Okay, I think it's actually working now. I think. Um, yeah, anyway. What a great time to start a live stream when YouTube decides to just die across the world everywhere. Um, yeah, pretty interesting. But anyway, welcome to this live stream. I thought I'd just throw up a Q&A tonight just because I haven't done one for a little while ago. So, yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the live chat. I'm a bit phased because I can't believe YouTube went down, but hey, there you go. Yeah, drop your questions in the chat. I'll answer them as soon as I can. As I was saying before, pro tip, if you do have a question and I haven't answered it, if you do throw in a tip, I will absolutely see the message come up. And I don't mean that to try and get money grab. I just mean sometimes the chat does get busy and I just don't see it. So, yeah. Anyway, let's welcome some people here. We got IR No Mercy. We love you, DC. I love you too, man. Thanks for coming along. Sid is a channel member. He's got that cool little logo next to his name. What up, dude? Welcome to the chat. Good to see you here, man. Yeah, happy Monday, everyone. I can't believe YouTube went down. Or not just YouTube, but Gmail across the board, apparently. Yeah, that's crazy. How crazy is that? Anyway, start asking some questions here. Let's go with Jashan Deep says, what is the roadmap to network pen tester? It's a very easy roadmap. All you need is a CCNA, maybe a CCNP, and a Security Plus. As far as certifications go, that's pretty much all you need. That should get you there, hopefully. Getting a few messages here, or yeah, here we go. All good. But yeah, that's basically all you need to become a network pen tester. Matthew Lowton says, hi, I was on a live stream a while ago, and it's not a question, but just wanted to say thank you because I'm finally having an IT security apprenticeship, and I'm so happy. That's awesome, dude. That's great news to hear. I'm happy for you. I hope it's all that you expect, and I hope you're soaking in all of that information like a sponge, just, grabbing it all in and learning everything that you can so that you can move upwards and onwards into the future. Sasish said, someone ready? I'm from India. What is salaries in India from cybersecurity? I did a video about this a little while ago. I can't remember exactly, but have a look through my videos and you'll see exactly how much salaries are, or just have a look on Indeed and you'll be able to find it there. Manav Chaudhary says, DC, can we increase the views on a video using a custom bot? Yes, you can. I've actually done it myself before. YouTube doesn't really gauge them as real things. So not so much a bot, but more of a botnet. If you go onto Shodan and find a whole bunch of vulnerable computers, and this is not advice given to you because it would be highly illegal to do that. However, if you do that, you can then use all of those computers as a giant botnet and increase your views. Where's the next one? Can you recommend some resources for a beginner Active Directory? This is from Sumaran Rathi. Resources for beginner Active Directory. Do you mean pen testing like Active Directory or just using Active Directory? I guess the best way to learn it is to run up a virtual machine and yeah, just have a go at creating Active Directory groups, assign some computers, just have some fun with it, man. Scribster, what up, dude? Welcome to the chat. Happy to have you here. All right, next one. Chicken Pasty. Cool name, man. I like it. Question is, I'm studying computer science. How can I protect myself and possibly future employment software without going too deep into the cyber discipline? You kind of need to go fairly deep into the security discipline, I guess. There's no real easy answer to that question. I guess the best way is to put a firewall over all of your services and then have all of those and then do like a quarterly pen test like most development firms would. Let me find the next question. Alright, cybersecurity job without degree. I've done a video on that, check it out. It's called How to Get a Cybersecurity Job Without a Degree. Best ethics hacking certificate. I think you mean like ethical hacking. I would have used to have said a certified ethical hacker or CEH, but I'm not a big fan of that cert anymore. So I would probably say the CompTIA Security Plus. Sadisha Reddy again. I'm from India. What is the salaries in India? I've already answered your question. AA, g'day. Hoping my Network Plus and soon Security Plus will land me a job in Brizzy. Yeah, man. I'm from Brisbane, so hit me up. I know a few people around. There's a company called Equate Technology in Brisbane who are always looking for new people, as well as CyberCX, who have an office in Brisbane as well as another company called Yell IT, but I think they might have just recently been bought out by CyberCX, so I'm not sure, but check those out. Also, actually, another one called MOQ Digital. Check them out as well. Xeon V2, hey, do you know what just happened? Was it a DDoS attack? I have no idea. All I know is that I was meant to go live 40 minutes ago, and I only just went live a few minutes ago because YouTube went down, so I'm not sure. Fully Tharky, DC, I'm working as a customer support engineer and I want to join cybersecurity field. Please give me some advice. My advice to you is to get certified as a cybersecurity engineer and then to use your experience that you're currently gaining to leverage yourself into a position of something like a SOC analyst or something. That would be your first step. If that doesn't work out for you, maybe go for something like a network security engineer and work it out from there. Amapreet Singh 808 says, working as a software developer and starting a career in cybersecurity will be it a good transition. Software developer to cybersecurity engineer. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea if you want to get into cybersecurity. In the end, they both sort of pay more or less the same amount of money, but they're very different types of work. So have a look into the two. If you want to stay with a software development in cybersecurity, have a look at threat analysis and reverse engineering type stuff, because it's very code heavy. Rodrigo says, do you think VulnHub is a good free lab to learn? Thanks for sharing your knowledge with us. No problems, man. Yeah, I do think that VulnHub is a great free lab. I just saw the next question. It's cracking me up. Yeah, have a look at VulnHub. Have a look at the free stuff on TryHackMe, the free stuff on Hack the Box, Pentesters Lab. Do all the free stuff. As far as other sort of CTF sites go, have a look at Over the Wire Bandit as well, so you can scrub up on a bit of Linux knowledge. It's always useful. Josh says, did you realize you just said doo-doo? I don't think I said doo-doo, but I mean, maybe. I don't know. Ilias Afreo, can't pronounce your name, I'm very sorry. Hey, I have 3 years in network and systems engineering and security, and I'm still not working. That's not a question, that's a statement. Very sorry. Chris, hi, what's the best place / website to find a pen testing job? Depends which country you are, but most countries have Indeed.com. Also, in Australia, we have Seek.com.au. Seek is also in the UK, I believe. Yeah, have a look at there. Also, LinkedIn is a great place to find jobs. I've actually done a video on how to increase your LinkedIn exposure and to try and leverage the system of LinkedIn to find yourself a job. Lavendi Opa says, have the educational tutorial series that you started been abandoned? I know you're working again. It hasn't been abandoned. I just I just took a break from it because it takes a lot of time to make, and while I'm working at the moment, it's very hard to keep that, I guess, flow of information going. So I will get back to it one day though. Abhishek says, will AI replace cybersecurity jobs? No, I don't think it will, man. I've also done multiple videos on that before, and the short answer is no. I don't think that cybersecurity will be entirely replaced by AI. Vento says, DC CyberSec, I'm about to graduate at the end of this year with a Bachelor in Cybersecurity. I've also got the A+, Network+, Security+, and CISA+. Should I work any other certs? If so, which? No. You're going to become too overqualified for most of the jobs, and that would be a very, very bad thing. So I would recommend just working towards getting a job, and then, you know, if they ask you to do some more certifications, ask them to pay for it. Work your way up from there. What's the scope? This is from Dakshi Mishra. What's the scope of cybersecurity in Australia after Masters? It's pretty good. You won't get a job in the government if you're from overseas. And a lot of the private industries now also require some sort of level of clearance. So it can be very hard to get a job here coming from like a overseas student position. But don't let that falter you. It's still possible. It's just a little bit less likely. Just have a look at the smaller companies, the MSPs around there that do security work, and you can definitely get a job. Okay, there's a bunch of spam which is flooding it. Can you talk about FireEye? Sure, I can talk about FireEye. What do you want to know about them? IR No Mercy says, any tips for people who just got an A+ and a Network+ and a Security+, but they don't have any job experience to attach on resume? I see a few friends, they worry the companies only hire experienced people. Yeah, there is like a massive, there's a massive gap now with people who have experience and those who don't. So with the people who do have experience, they definitely choose them over the people who don't, because, I mean, that's just the nature of business, really. You want to minimize your risk when you're employing a resource, and that's just sort of how it goes. So if you do want to... who the hell is this guy spamming the chat? I'm going to have to mute him for a bit. Let me just do that real quick, because it's so distracting. Alright, there we go, done. Now, yeah, there is a massive gap with people who are trying to get a job and who don't have experience. The way to get experience, and I have made a video on this, but I will tell you again, the easiest way to get experience is to work at an MSP in any IT job. So an MSP is a managed service provider, and they have so many jobs going all the time. And it is a very fast-paced environment, but there's a lot of perks to that. Like, they do help pay for certifications. You'll learn a lot about everything, not just cybersecurity, not just about networking, but also full systems administration, and you're going to learn how to do it very, very fast. That's my advice to you to essentially get a job. It's the easiest way for anyone to get a job. Let me scroll back up through all the spam real quick. Where was I? Would you recommend the CompTIA Pentest Plus from Aditya Natu? Yeah, it's a pretty good cert. I would probably do the OSCP instead if you had a choice, but I mean, it's up to you, man. If you want to do that cert and if you feel like it's going to get you a job, then sure, why not? But if I had the choice, I would probably take the OSCP instead. Beck Wank says, how long you think till the CCX ship goes full Titanic? I think he means the Cyber CX ship. I reckon it will eventually. I do actually believe that will happen. They don't have a great reputation in Australia because they essentially bought out all these smaller companies and then charged more for the same service to a lot of customers. So a lot of their existing clients are pretty pissed, and it's not fair to all the people who have a job there because it's just a bit rough, really, but I think one day it will. Ollie Queel says, hey DC, what's your insight into public/government versus private sectors in Australia in regards to money? Well, you'll definitely earn more money working for a private industry. However, there are a lot of perks working for the government. Like you get actual leave. Leave is a real thing in the government, which is great. You want more leave. The downside, I guess, is, you don't get paid as much. And it's very much a case that it's a slower pace of work. So, I mean, it depends on you and what you sort of want. If you want fast, hard money, then go for a private industry job. Ronan says, should we know about JS frameworks for bug hunting? Yeah, I mean, it's going to help you out. You don't need to know everything about it, though. You really, with bounty hunting, you just sort of need to know a very broad amount of how to read different languages so you can understand what you're actually looking for. As I think a million people have said before, just focus on one or two types of vulnerabilities and just hunt for those. Don't look for others, just focus on a couple of vulnerabilities and do bug bounties on those. There's a lot of messages coming in here, guys. I said earlier, if you do want a question to be answered first, before anyone else, drop it in with a tip of any amount and I'll answer it straight away. Kumar says, bro, how much time did it take for you to be good at level in cybersecurity? I would beg to say that I'm good now, to be honest. I think there's a constant imposter syndrome in pretty much all of IT, and it's no different in cybersecurity. You never think you're good enough. There's always new stuff coming out that you have to step back and learn all over again. So it's kind of tricky. You're never really an absolute gun at anything in IT because it's such a fast-paced industry, and it's not something that you can just sort of jump into and become a pro at. And even after 10 years, there's still stuff that comes up every single day and you're just like, I have no idea how to do that. No one's a pro at everything. It's just impossible. Marvy Anderson says, do I need to focus on programming while learning cybersecurity? You will learn about programming while learning about cybersecurity, but it is not completely necessary to learn absolutely everything there is about programming. Focus on a couple of languages and stick with those, and that will take you pretty far. Okay, this guy needs to be muted yet again. Timeout. There we go. Lovely. Goddamn spamming. So annoying. And hide all these messages. There we go. Look at them all disappear. Drool Devil says, hey DC, how are you? I'm doing good. Nice to see you doing a live Q&A. Yeah, man, it's good to see you. I remember you from like one, maybe not the last one, but the one before that. But yeah, it's good to see you here, man. Oh man, there's a lot of messages. Alright, here we go. Anoop Singh something says, I started playing Pico CTF. That's awesome. Neo Joshi, hi bro, how should I start bug bounty hunting? I've done 2 videos on that, including a 40-minute interview on how you should start bug bounty hunting. I'm not a bug bounty person myself. Have a look at Stock's videos. It's STOK. have a look at his videos. He does a lot of content on bug hunting. Also, Hacksplained does some really, really good content on bug bounty hunting. So check both of them out. They're absolute legends. What blue team cert do you recommend? From Powell Mazur. Probably the Security Plus is a #1 go-to. Yeah. I mean, technically, you could also... I know the OSCP is an offensive security certificate. However, a lot of jobs in the blue team realm ask for an OSCP now as well. So, I mean, I don't know why, but I mean, it'll get you a job. Drill Devil says, earlier you mentioned that there is something as overqualified for a job. How many certs and what is the minimum / optimal amount of certs you think is best? Okay, with certs, you only really need to have 3. And those 3 are the CCNA, the Security Plus by CompTIA, and an OSCP. With those 3 certifications, you will definitely get a job. Absolutely, definitely get a job. Oh, damn. Josh Ashen drops $10. He gets his question answered immediately. Def said doo-doo, but still love you though. No homo. Nope. Full homo. Yep, I spent money on this. Thank you for $10. I can't believe it. You're absolutely nuts. I can't believe you spent $10 on me to say doo-doo. But yeah, no homo, man. I love you. You're a cool dude. Alright, back to the questions. Aditya Nacho says, do you have a SANS certificate? No, I don't. It's probably one of the only certs I don't have. Check out my LinkedIn. I would post it, but... yeah, alright, hold on. I'll post my LinkedIn real fast. Give me 1 sec. I gotta go to my profile. My computer's lagging out hard. Alright. Grab that. Chuck it in here. There you go. So, no, I don't have the... I don't have any of the SANS certificates because I've never been asked to get one. So, yeah, I mean, there's no real point to getting it for me, to be honest. But, yeah, I mean, if you ever want to get a SANS certificate, then go nuts. If you're required to get one, get one. Uresh says, what courses do you need to take to become a pen tester? What are the guarantees of international recognition? The #1 cert for pen testing, I've said it a few times already, #1 cert for pen testing is the OSCP. Absolutely, hands down, get the OSCP, it'll get you there. Oh man, another bloody spammer. That's so annoying. Why? Why me? Why? Why do I get spammed so much? Spam. Alright, Sumit Kumar, I'm very sorry, mate, but you're getting banned from the video. That's what happens, bro. Anyway. Next question. Let me find it. Oh, so much spam in here. Alright. What's your take on the hack of FireEye, and have you worked for them before? No, I've never worked for FireEye. Their hack was pretty serious. They had, yeah, it was pretty bad. I don't have a full take on it yet. I was thinking of doing a Hacker News, bringing it back like the old days to talk about it, but I needed to do a bit more research on it first. So I might come back to that. I might make a video on that, but yeah. M. Shaheen says, what is your motivation? Because I lost faith. Ha ha ha. My motivation is the industry as a whole. Which is why I made this YouTube channel. I'm very passionate about the cybersecurity industry globally, and I just think it's such a great place to be in, which is why I talk about it all the time. I live and breathe cybersecurity. I really do. So my motivation comes mostly actually these days from talking with people who are up and coming in the industry, and it really makes me excited to see how fast some people can get into it and just get smashing. There's a guy who's in my Discord server who I talk with every now and then. His name is Monster, and he's an absolute legend. He's been studying for a few months now, and today he just got his a global recognition from, I think it was the United Nations. He's on their Hall of Fame for finding a vulnerability in their system, which is awesome. I mean, a couple of months and he's already on a Hall of Fame. That's unbelievable. So, I mean, that's my motivation to keep going, is seeing all the young guys getting in there and just killing it. It makes me happy. Alperin Circuitayali says, how old are you? I'm 32. I'm just over a month away from being 33 years old. Is it good to study management skill and HR? Absolutely not. It's useless in cybersecurity unless you want to become a cybersecurity recruiter. Yeah, I mean, I personally wouldn't want to mix HR with cybersecurity. I'm not a big fan of HR though, so don't take my advice too much there. Take it with a grain of salt. Trashmouse says, I'm currently in a comp science degree. What can I do to specialize in pen testing outside of college? Have a look at the OSCP certification. It's the #1 certification for pen testers. That's about it, really. Have a look at some programming languages. Focus on Python and C's. All the C's, they're useful, I guess. I'm not a big fan, but they are useful. Java's also pretty useful if you want to get into that sort of space. So, yeah. Anoop Singh says, sir, can you tell me where I look for job? I just did before. Marvy Anderson, DC, I hate the education system in my country, so I almost don't study, just spend time on learning cybersecurity. Is it correct? You still need to get a high school certificate, and if you're studying for a degree, then please do finish your degree. It will help you so much to get a job. I mean, you can get a job without doing a degree, but it's just so much harder. It's crazy hard to get a job these days without a degree. So I would highly recommend doing it. Alright, I'm going to scroll down past the spam a bit. There's a lot of messages. I said before, if you want me to answer your question first, drop any type of tip, $1, whatever it is, and I'll answer it first. Bear Snake says, thanks for the awesome Discord community as well. No problems, man. It's the people who make a community, not me. I'm just there to try and hold it together, which is an ever increasing difficulty task. So, yeah, I mean, I really like my Discord server. I spend a lot of time in there. There's a link in the description for anyone who wants to join my Discord. Or you can just go to discord.gg/DC Cybersec. It's on there as well. But, yeah, I love it. But thanks anyway, Bear Snake. Ayash something last name says, hey, I'm thinking about getting into security. So first of all, I need to get into networking. So, thinking about getting a CCNA and Red Hat Associate. The Red Hat Associate surprises me. The CCNA is a great idea. The Red Hat Associates is more of a sysadmin for Linux type certification, it's a very interesting choice. So I'm not sure where you heard to get that one. I would probably get the CCNA and then the Security Plus, and then focus on it that way. Shakir Aki says, I love you, bro. I'm from India. I love you too, and I love everyone from India as well. Robin Hood, epic name. DC Cybersec, how to encode MSF Venom shell to bypass Windows Defender. I don't know, and I wouldn't say it in a live stream either. Arpit Daharod says, best cybersecurity college in US for master. The Western United College, I think it's called, is pretty good. But there's a lot of really great universities in the US. So, I mean, it depends on where you are and where you want to go. And do you really want to go to the US right now? I mean, it's pretty crazy at the moment, but yeah. Daksh Mishra says, I'm currently doing a bachelor's in cybersecurity and forensics. Can you please suggest me certifications which can help me in improving my resume? Just gonna take a break real quick. Oh man, I've gone. Okay, bachelor's in cybersecurity and forensics. Okay, man, get the CCNA. Once you're finished, get a CCNA. Start applying for jobs while you're doing your CCNA. You'll get a job. IMTZ says, how long did you learn to become that successful and knowledgeable version of you? That's very flattering. Thank you. I've been in IT for 15 years now, so a very long time. I've done everything from help desk to fixing old people's computers to network engineering, sysadmin, security. I mean, like when I first got into IT, there was no such thing really as cybersecurity. You either became a programmer or like an IT guy. That was pretty much it. So I went into being an IT guy because it interested me more than programming. And then I went to network engineering and then eventually cybersecurity. I have made a video on the path I took to get to where I am. But yeah, have a look at that. Just type in DC Cybersec, the path I took to get to where I am. And you'll find exactly the video I'm talking about. Josh Ashton has dropped another $5. He's a big spender tonight. He says, what do you think is the best cert to get if I want to get into pen testing? Have you made any videos on the topic? Yeah, the meme was worth it. You're a pain in the ass, but I will answer your question because you did pay for it. The best certification to get into pen testing is the OSCP. If you don't have an OSCP yet, you have no certificates, get a CCNA, a CompTIA Security Plus, and then get your OSCP. I have made many videos about this as well. But yeah. Okay, back to the questions. Yoshi Cool says, I have many certificates, but I'm finding the crossover from desktop support to cybersecurity is very difficult. What do you recommend? Do the CCNA, MCSE? No. Okay, forget the MCSE because it won't get you anything except for another help desk job. Get a CCNA and move into network engineering, and then after you've done that for like 1 or 2 years, jump over to cybersecurity. But while you're in that network engineering role, try and pick up as many jobs on firewalls, port security, all the network security engineer stuff as you can, because it will help you so much in getting that cybersecurity job. Had another tip in here from Yoshi Cool. What's he asking? How to cross over from help desk. Man, I just answered your question. You tipped me too early. That's funny. Anyway, I got your question, so thank you for the tip. Okay, back to the questions. Alperin something says, I'm a newbie in hacking. Do you want to be friends? I'm friends with all of you. You're all my friends, and I welcome you all to have a talk with me in my Discord server. Jump on my LinkedIn, have a chat with me there. Whatever you want, man. Come find me. Sir, tell us your Twitter ID. It is DC Cybersec. Just search DC Cybersec, you'll find me. Why did Google just stop? Was it a 503 error? Yeah, it crashed across the world. I don't know what happened. Full Taki, is it necessary to get a certificate, or without certificate I can get job in cybersecurity because the cert fees are very high? The cert fees might be high, but let me ask you this question. How much is it to study in a university abroad, for example? I can guarantee you that the certifications are far cheaper than studying a degree in most cases. So, yeah, that's why they're expensive. Ahish CC says, why didn't you become a black hat hacker? It's just not in my nature. I'm not big on the whole illegal stuff things. So, yeah, I just, it's not my thing. Scribster, tell me how to become a hacker man. Okay, step number 1. Lots of coffee. Lots and lots of coffee. If you think you've had too much coffee, have another coffee. And then follow it up with a Red Bull. Next step, black hoodie, anonymous mask. I've got one here somewhere. I can't remember where I put it. And get out there and use your laptop at every instance possible because you need to keep your macro going. That's how you become an epic pro elite hacker. Next one is... in the news, there's going to be more cyber attacks in 2021. Yeah, cyber attacks are not slowing down anytime soon, so yeah. Bobby Pin, what up, dude? What are we breaking into next? I'm not sure. Did you guys watch my my latest video, which is essentially me getting into a university so I could then potentially social engineer my way into a cybersecurity conference? If you haven't seen it, jump on there and have a look, because it's a pretty cool video. I don't know what I'm going to break into next. You should probably drop some recommendations so I can, yeah, go off one of them maybe. Mr. Apu, welcome, dude. I've seen you in Discord. I've seen your video for cybersecurity for high school. It has given me motivation, so I'm thanking you. Any updates that you may say on it? No, that video is still very valid. So, yeah, thanks for watching it, man. Spring says, according to your computer science experience, what do you think just happened to Google and its services? I think that someone did something accidentally and it broke the service. I reckon someone tried to push an update on something and it broke something else. That's usually how these things work. Alright, let's scroll down past all the spam. Okay, how old was you when you started learning hacking? I don't know. I was probably like 20 something. No idea. Yoshi, I already answered that guy. This Josh guy is making it rain. Yeah, I mean, I have said it a few times now. If you want me to answer your question before everyone else, drop a tip of $1 or whatever the minimum is, and I'll answer you straight away. Sasida Reddy, your English I cannot understand. I'm terribly sorry, but I think my English is quite good. It's pretty, I think I'm quite eloquent. I've been told so before, so I'm sorry, man. William Tarrant, is that device you use in the social engineering vid to scan the last used card just an RFID read writer? It is. It's actually 2 in 1 with an Arduino chip. So what I did is I bought an RFID scanner, a really cheap one, and I took it apart and soldered in another connection for an Arduino chip, and then connected that to another frequency RFID scanner, and it has like a little storage thing backed off on the Arduino chip. So what you do then is you wait for, with that device, it only works on some doors, it doesn't work on all of them, but it definitely works on the ones I use it on. And yeah, I had to wait for a security guard. It was like 1 AM. So I waited for a security guard to scan in on that door. He went inside and I quickly ran over there. I didn't show it in the video, obviously, because I didn't want it to be too sketchy. And I scanned the door. It read his card because it was still stored on there as the last scan. And then I plugged it into my laptop and wrote that to a card, which I think I have here somewhere. Omar says, should I take the CCNA security or CCNA routing and switching for cybersecurity? I think the answer is pretty much in the name there. Definitely the security. The routing and switching is very good though to get a job. But either way, when you just put CCNA on your resume, that's all they see. They don't see the routing and switching or the security part of it. They just see CCNA, and that's all they really care about. Magesh Sal says, hello DC, love from India. I'm having EJPT instead of CH. Will that be fine? Yes, that's a good decision. The EJPTs are, the content is really good, it's just the name that doesn't get you a job. In most cases. But yeah, it's pretty good. Fully Taki has asked the same question about 17 times, so I'm not going to answer it. Shakla? Sure. I'm doing CCNA for the past few weeks and this is my first certifications. I'm 19 years old. I love your videos. Thanks for watching them, man. Yeah, that's a really good certification to get. I've said it a few times now. Definitely a great cert. Shashank says, you skipped me. I'm sorry. I mean, the comments come in too fast for me to read them all. I asked, hey, I'm currently pursuing Master of Computer Application, but I like networks, but I'm confused, should I go for network engineering or pen tester? If you like networks, start with network engineer and then have a look at network pen testing. There's a whole realm of cybersecurity jobs that you can get that are related to networking, so have a look at those. Moving on. Droll Devil asks again, do you think that getting certs is equivalent or even as good as university degree in cybersecurity, for example the OSCP, CCNA and Security Plus, to be considered for a job in the field? I don't factor in work experience. I want to say yes, but a degree is also pretty damn useful, to be honest. They still stand out more than I mean, just to get a job, a lot of places require that you have a degree or relevant experience. So to get that foot in the door, sometimes a degree is useful. If you can get a job off certifications, that's fantastic. You can then use that to move your way up, but it is definitely harder. Alright, I got time for about 5 more questions, so ask away. Yuresh says, there are many online courses to learn ethical hacking and cybersecurity. There are websites like eHacking, Stack Social to pay for courses. Can I know if it's okay to pay for online courses? Yes, I'm not too sure where that question comes from. It's very strange. Yes, yeah, it's okay to pay for online courses. William Tarrant, I'm liking the social engineering stuff on your channel too, man. Good stuff. Yeah, I actually had a lot of fun making that video, but for some reason, the analytics on that video are atrocious. They're terrible. It's in like the top 10 worst video ratings that I've ever had. So I'm really surprised, but yeah, I thought it was a cool video. Google is just a search engine. It's the biggest lie. Yeah. Next question. I'm working in a company as a fresher in network security domain. Awesome. I did training on Java, Python, but got allocated to network security domain. Please suggest the best path to excel. If you don't already get a CCNA, then follow that up very quickly with a CCNP. I know the CCNP is mostly